This exact software engineering resume got me 150K, 200K offers at big tech companies. We're going to break it down section by section. First, a little bit of proof. Here's my offer from Amazon, and here's my offer from Google, specifically the team matching offer. Now, what you're doing right now is you're probably just applying on this classic simplifying new grad repo, spamming applications, and not getting any interviews at all. But I promise that once you switch to this specific resume format and you really implement all the things we're going to go over in this video, section by section, you will get more interview calls. We're going to start with the education section, then the work experience, then the technical skills section. And I would say the most important section is the work experience section, so stay tuned for that. But first, the education. You've got to have this at the top of your resume. A lot of people make the mistake, especially if they're junior, new grad, early in their career. They put this at the bottom of their resume, and that's a huge mistake. And the reason for that is because recruiters are going to judge you like you're some kind of senior or principal engineer if your education's all the way at the bottom. And that's a big mistake, right? If you're watching this video, you're probably early in your career and you want recruiters to go easy on you. You don't want the recruiter to judge you as if you're a senior engineer. So you need to keep your education section at the top of your resume so that they know you are a pretty recent graduate, maybe just this year or the last 1 or 2 years. That is absolutely crucial. All right, the next thing is the work experience. This is the most important part. I'm going to put you on some secret sauce here. You've got to make all of your titles just say software engineer. You can see all the titles are the same for all three roles over here. Even if that wasn't your official title at your previous experience, who cares? Just put it as software engineer. I don't want to see full stack developer. Recruiters don't want to see that. They don't want to see backend developer, cloud engineer, full stack, research intern. I've seen that before in some people's resumes. You just need to have software engineer for every single title. And the reason for that is twofold. So first, ATS specifically looks for certain titles on your resume. If you're applying for suite roles where the title says software engineer, the ATS is specifically checking for that on your resume. But if all your previous titles say full stack developer, backend developer, the freaking ATS is going to think you have no software engineering experience in your previous work history, which sucks, right? And I've actually talked to recruiters about this, big tech recruiters, and they've even said that they prefer if all your titles are the same because it makes your work experience and your whole narrative, your whole story look so much more cohesive and consistent. When recruiters see full stack, backend, cloud, it looks research intern, it looks all over the place. But if you standardize everything to just say software engineer, and so on, recruiters prefer that way more. So go and check your resume right now and make sure your titles are consistent. All right, next, the bullet points, like the bread and butter of the resume, like the actual meat of the resume. These actual bullet points that describe what you did in your previous work experience. These have to be 100% optimized. I mean, every single word has to earn its place in your bullet points. Otherwise, you're wasting space on your resume, precious space that could be doing something to get you an interview. And the most critical part about your bullet points is you need, and I know you've heard this before, but stay with me. You need to have metrics and quantitative impact in every single bullet point of your resume. And I know you've probably heard that advice before, but be honest with me. Do you actually have metrics and percentages in every single bullet point of your resume? I don't want to just see it in 1 or 2 bullet points. It needs to be there in every single bullet point on your resume. And the reason for that is because these non-technical recruiters, all they care about is the business impact of what you did, right? If they don't see numbers, if they don't see metrics, they're just going to skim over that bullet point and it might as well not even be on your resume. And you might be wondering, how do you actually come up with the impact if you don't know the true impact of what you did? Well, the truth is, it's totally fine to just make it up. Obviously, don't completely cap. You need to have rough estimates that are based on educated guesses. Like do use your best judgment when you're trying to come up with your metrics, but it's totally fine if you don't actually know like the exact impact by which you improved accuracy or like reduced latency or something like that. Nobody's actually going to verify these metrics on your resume. As long as it's reasonably believable, and let's say you're asked about it in an interview with a hiring manager, make sure you can reasonably defend what you said. That's all that matters. So after this video, I want you to go and add metrics and impact to every single bullet point on your resume. Just make sure it's reasonable and believable. Again, a lot of other YouTubers are afraid to tell you that because they think it's kind of controversial. I'm always just going to keep it straight with you and just give you the advice you need to get more interviews, because the last thing I want is for you to just keep mass applying on this Simplify repo and be not even be getting any interviews. All right, let's move into the technical skills section. This is probably the second most important part of the resume. This is where you need to dump as many keywords as possible. And again, I know that's controversial. Some people are afraid to tell you that, but I'm just going to keep it real with you. Whether we like it or not, companies do use some sort of filter or algorithm, and they scan out resumes based on certain keywords. This is 100% legit. Like, it is a thing. And so you might as well just put as many tools, technologies, frameworks, programming languages as you can. Like, it will help you get more interviews. This specific strategy of like keyword maxing literally got me into Amazon and Google, and I've mentored hundreds of other students and engineers over the past couple of years, and this strategy has worked for them as well. Again, a lot of people do this, but they won't admit it to you, but trust me, everyone is doing this. And the one catch or the one caveat I will give you is, if you're not familiar with a tool or technology whatsoever, obviously, in that case, do not add it to your resume. That could backfire and could kind of hurt you in an interview. But as long as you're like reasonably familiar with a tool, you know like the very basic surface level understanding, screw it. Just add it to your resume. Get as many keywords on your resume as possible in the technical skills section. It will actually work. And if you want one-on-one guidance from me and my entire team of FANG engineers, we've all gotten into FANG. If you want us to rewrite your resume, help you get referrals, help you cold email recruiters, and even run you through one-on-one mock interviews, exactly how it would be in a FANG interview, just click that link below and apply to work with us. We'll really guide you throughout this entire job application recruiting process. And we actually guarantee that you get a big tech offer by the end of our program. And if you don't, then you get a full refund. So you either get into big tech or you don't pay us a single penny. It's that simple. So click that link below, book a call to speak directly with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this program. And if you're looking for, a couple more videos to watch where I go over, do referrals actually matter anymore? How do you actually cold email recruiters? YouTube's going to put some more videos up here. Check those out, and I will see you soon.